Hey everybody, it's the Shape Back another video. Kind of changed the setup a little bit because I got a comment on the last video saying, I wish your camera quality was as good as your content quality, because your content's awesome, but your camera lacks a lot to be desired. I agree, 100%, and I appreciate you bringing that up. I was too far away from the camera, I think, and it makes you look like real blurry, but I want to make it clear that I'm old school. Like old school all the way. And I like VHS, VCRs, and stuff like that when I was growing up. Even though you take a VCR and you put a VHS tape in it, like you rent one, you remember that? You rent one from the rental place and it'd been rented like 10,000 times before, and you put it in, you can see all the squiggly lines going across and tracking and all that. I love that look. I mean, this is YouTube, you know, and to me it's not YouTube and your producer and your studio and all that. But I do want to give y'all enough to where you can at least see me. But yeah, I just wanted to address that. Now, this is going to be a little bit higher quality, I hope, and I'm going to render it in higher quality. So comment below if it looks better. But I appreciate that you telling me. But like I said, I'm old school and I love the old look. I like the old tube televisions. I'm just old school. Give me an 8-track player. You keep your high definition. You keep your Blu-ray. You keep your 1080 4K. No. Give me a VCR. Now that being said, righty then. Tessa and Nick Groff. I did a video on them a while back, and you know how I feel about somebody claiming to be a psychic medium or whatever, and to me, for somebody to pretend that they have a gift and hone in on vulnerable people who have lost loved ones and pretend that they're talking to the loved ones and, you know, oh, I'm solving a crime here. I'm going to help you find, you know, who killed your son. And I saw this video and I was like, man, ever since the dawn of man. Now, people have claimed to have these gifts, and it's not to say that somebody can't have the gift, but I can certainly spot someone when they don't have it. If you have a gift like that, prove it. You'd be a billionaire. You could do anything with that gift. It blows my mind if you really had that gift. But when you could tell somebody don't have that gift is when they do the same thing all the other fake psychics who got busted have done in the past. Every single time. So I'm going to try it on you right now. Oh, okay. I'm getting something. You have a dead grandpa. He's here. And a dead grandma. I feel it. Am I right? Go ahead and hit that like button. What? They're still alive? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, great. Grandpa and grandma. Go ahead and hit that like. What? They're still alive? Great. Grandpa and grandma. Go ahead and hit that like button. Now let's get into this video. Remember, this is only my opinion, so please don't go send hate to the channel. I want to make it clear, I am not saying nobody can be a psychic. I'm just saying the ones that have come forward to claim they had the gift either got completely called out or, well, James Randi put up $1 million for anybody. All they had to do was prove they had the psychic gift. Quite a few came. Not one of them got it. Not one of them ever claimed that gift, claimed that money. Never. And like I said, it's the lowest of the low when you claim to have a gift and you exploit tragedies for attention. And even if your intentions are good, like you want to give the family closure, but when you do it through a lie, I mean, are you really giving them closure? I mean, really? Think about that. I don't think so. And Tessa is a fake psychic. She doesn't have the gift. And, well, she starts the video off by saying this.
I don't know anything. I don't know his name. I don't know anything about him.
So Tessa here starts the video off by saying, I don't know who this guy is. But throughout her entire video, she shows B-roll. And she shows news spots. And the reason that's important, if you're showing that in your video, that means you're aware that it exists. How else are you going to pull stuff from the case, from news, and stuff like that if you're not aware of it? The only argument you would have is, well, I didn't look. I filmed what this spirit was telling me, and I never looked at anything. But you had to know the mother's name in the case. You had to know that much, at least, because you wouldn't know who the ghost was, who it was about. And if you got the mother's name, all you got to do is Google it, like I did, and you get everything about the case, pretty much. If Tessa was unaware of the case, why would she upload her video in July 16th, 2023, almost 1 year after they done a 1 year anniversary of the case? She had to have been aware of the video as well, because Tessa had B-roll from the news channels that were reporting on the case. So she would have knew it existed.
But as we were driving home so that I could get here to set up and do this, I got a really strong, shot to the chest. So I do have a feeling that this gentleman was shot.
A sharp pain to the chest. The ghost gave her a sharp pain to the chest, and she thinks that means shot because it's sharp pain to the chest. Even though this spirit can, later on, show her who shot him, the car, the whole vision of that. Yet, the only reason she feels like she got shot is he gave her a sharp blow to the chest. Would he not just say, listen, lady, here's the bullets, being as he can show you this? It's all inconsistent. It's ambiguous when it needs to be, but it's never specific. A ghost can say, okay, my name starts with a J. If a ghost can tell you its name starts with a J, it can tell you its whole name. What is this word salad? Oh, I'm getting a J. Oh, a John, a James, a Jim. And they do that until they hit something.
As it is, but there's something about this case that just doesn't sit well with me. I see his mother grabbing her son.
Now keep in mind, their video was uploaded a year ago. The footage they're using in their video was uploaded over 2 years ago. So they would have had access to that. And it tells you everything she says in this video.
I feel like this is a case of not getting the right person. I don't know. This kid feels like a good kid. I feel like he was just the wrong person at the wrong time. I just hope we could get our answers, you know what I mean?
Wow, the stuff she says is so amazing. What possibly could have encouraged her to say, oh, I feel like he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Really, wrong place at the wrong time. Any time that your life is snuffed out by somebody else, I want to make it abundantly clear, you are at the wrong place at the wrong time. There is no exception. And psychic emotions, am I right?
No mother should have to bury their child.
I'm sorry, say what?
No mother should have to bury their child.
No mother should have to bury their child. I totally agree. But where have I heard that before? Oh, I know exactly where I heard it. The piece of footage I was saying was uploaded a year before your video. This.
No parents should have to bury their child.
Either she was being awfully specific, or she just got that out of the video itself, which she did, because that's what these fake psychics do. All they need is a name. They get your name. They can look up everything, your family tree, people have passed on in your family, anything. They can glean from 2 photographs of a victim. They can glean usually what kind of person that is. Like, say it's a guy small and he's got his 2 buddies in the background. What would you get out of that? Just that one picture. What can we glean from this first photo? This grandpa probably really loves to take his grandson to the swings and parks. And the kid probably has a concussion. What can we take from the second photo? This lady here loves jewelry. These 2 ladies right here look like either mother and daughter or sisters. They're definitely family. This guy in the background loves helping his cheerleader daughter. And more than likely, this poor girl is a quadriplegic. And these 2 love to party. And probably brother and sister, and I can glean nothing more from this photo. Maybe he's a people person. Maybe he likes to smile. What color hair he has, what kind of clothes he wears. There could be something in the background that indicates where he worked at. Just tons of things. And when I Googled her name, the victim's mother's name, I got a treasure trove of stuff. But she contacts the mother, and that's what we're about to watch. And man, it really got under my skin.
I can hear you.
Okay,
oh my God, Tessa, thank you so much. Hi, Nick. Thank you.
Hey,
I think we're good.
see ya.
Good to see you.
Get his face out of my face. I feel better about that.
Oh, you always gotta steal all the attention, don't you, Nick?
Well, Tina, thank you so much for getting on here with me and like I said, for taking the time to do this. And I know you reached out to me. If you can do me a favor, because I know you showed me a quick picture of your son, can you just give me his first name?
Now, I'm not saying anything about the mother in this. She got tricked. That's all there is to it. Now, she may watch my video and be like, no, see, you're wrong. This psychic told me everything, and she has to be psychic to know the things that she told me. No, she doesn't. And also, she got a picture. I didn't even know that. So she knew the mother's name, and she got a picture of the son. That was more than I even thought.
The first thing I have to tell you before we get into anything else, he has the biggest smile on his face. Okay. And as I connect with him, I need you to know more so than anything, the biggest thing is he said, please tell my mom I'm okay.
All these mediums and psychics, they talk in the same language. If you'll pay attention, you'll notice. He's like, I want you, they want to make sure they give, who's ever is traumatized, the family members of the victim, they want to give them some kind of closure. Like, they're saying it's not your fault. That automatically is going to take a load off the chest of the mother. And I'm in a better place. That's going to make the mother feel better as well. Off to a positive start, I gotta say. I would argue you're away from all your family, all your friends, you're dead. So I don't see how you would be in a better spot. I know somebody say, well, ghosts, if there's ghosts, there's a heaven, and there could be. But if he's down here, he's not there yet. Now, there's a bunch of photos of this guy on the internet, and like I said, you can glean a lot from a photo. You can look at a picture and, you could tell a lot from any picture.
The other thing up on is there's a connection to, so he just brought up, he said, ask her about the month of July.
That was his birthday and the day he died.
Okay, now I don't want to know anything, okay? Besides that, so thank you for validating that for me.
So our fake psychic brought up July. Very important to note that because, well, multiple reasons. For one reason, remember the video I said was uploaded a year before the fake psychic uploaded hers? Look what was in the video. And his July birthday was literally in the news footage that Tessa would have had access to. But wait, there's more.
A celebration of life turned into a murder scene last July, and now, nearly a full year later, a Mesa family is still searching for justice.
And like I said, they use clips of this same news broadcast as B-roll in their video. The fake psychic does. So they were aware of its existence. I mean, come on, people.
He gave me a very strong hit to the chest. He made me feel that. And the thing that he showed me was, he said, he goes, before I go any further, he goes, can you please tell my mom to stop feeling bad about not being able to help me?
Oh, I know what you're thinking, big dog. Well, how could she have the information she just said about the mom trying to help? Well, the news broadcast says the victim went out to the car to get his phone. Turns around on his way back. He gets shot by some people in a vehicle. And he didn't die till he got to the hospital. I nearly choked up there. Don't like talking about this stuff. But, of course the mother's going to try to help. What mother wouldn't?
What he just showed me, okay, is I do feel as though this would be a gunshot, okay? I can't explain any other feeling that would give me what he just showed me. And so, was he shot in the chest?
Yes.
So let me get this straight. She don't know what the pain in the chest is yet. The ghost can show her the suspect, the car, and everything else, but he can't show her a gunshot.
In the news video, it says he got shot, so she didn't come up with that either. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, she was specific. She said the chest, right? Where do people normally aim that aren't professional shooters? And when you're a drive-by, you're not a professional. You're going to hit the biggest target. You see what I'm saying?
Death of Jamie Fernandez, who was shot and killed at his...
I feel as though I was outside, though. I was not inside a house. I feel as though I'm outside, but...
Wow, where would she get that information? How would she know he was outside? Oh yeah, because of this clip.
Her son going to get a cell phone from his car, coming back to the house after being shot.
And so he shows me coming either out of a car or something, and
That's awfully specific of a theory. I wonder where she got that from. Oh yeah, this clip.
Her son going to get a cell phone from his car.
wrong. So he asks me to validate for you. He says you had a dream of him not long after he passed. He's so funny. I feel like he...
He was funny.
Oh my gosh, I feel like if he did something, it was funny, but if somebody else did it, it's not that funny. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, he could just do something funny because he's got this smile on his face. Like, I feel like he's trying to mess with you guys from the other side. Like, he shuts lights off and stuff on people.
You're bringing up that his ghost turns the lights on and off every now and then just so people will know that he's there and he's watching over them, I guess. But it's crazy to me that to get somebody's attention, you just every now and then flick the switch once or twice. You know what I mean? I would be sitting there going ding, 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 but you never see that. You never see that. You never see it on camera. You never see it. You never see a light switch going up and down. But every now and then, just to show that I'm there, I'm gonna make it blink just a little.
He is talking about, does he have a grandmother who would have been passed?
My grandma. He called her big grandma. Yes.
Okay. He goes, grandma's here, I'm not by myself.
Oh, is that what he goes? Is that what he does? He didn't even call her big grandma, even though the mom said that's what he called her, was big grandma. I said it in the beginning of the video. Every single solitary human on this planet has a dead grandmother. Facts.
Okay. And also there's a grandfather figure as well. Actually, there's two.
They're passed away. Yeah.
So he's showing me like there's these people here. I also feel as though he may have lost a friend or somebody who would have been close in age to him. That
Yes, he
sense?
did.
Okay. He goes, my buddy's here.
Plus, you can get all that stuff from the obituaries. But what I wanted to point out, she said dead grandfather as well. Like everybody on planet Earth doesn't have one of them as well. But she brings up a dead friend. Now that, I mean, I'm just going to be real with you. Normally, somebody's going to have a friend that has passed in some tragic way. Maybe not a close friend, but a friend nonetheless. Now, had she got this wrong, right? And the mother would have been like, I don't know of any, close friend that passed away. Because obviously she's going to get the grandpa right. But the psychic would have, like, redirected it. Like, oh, well, this person could have been another family member, maybe distant family. She would have completely just redirected it.
It's weird because your son says this is interesting. He said that his circle that he had around him, he said, I didn't always surround myself with the best people.
Wow. How'd you come up with that one? I mean, you got to look at the location where this kid's born and raised. It's not exactly a safe neighborhood. And, like, pretty much everybody has always had that circle of friends that aren't the best to be around. I mean, and had she said, oh no, he goes to church and he hangs around the best people there is, she would have changed it up like, well, maybe this person you didn't know about, and this person come into his life.
And the news channel also shows clips of the neighborhood, the house, and the remembrance of the victim outside of his house on the fence. But you get to see the neighborhood, the road, the house, and everything. Which leads me to this clip.
Was he in front of his house or your house or something? Like, because I feel like I'm looking at a neighborhood.
And once again, where could this fake psychic got that information from? Oh yes, this clip here.
Tina Fernandez says she will never forget what happened at her Mesa home near 88th Street and University. Her son going to get a cell phone from his car, coming back to the house after being shot.
I'm not looking at, like, I wasn't at work. I'm looking at a neighborhood. He's showing me simply just coming out of a car or simply just walking. But what I see is a car pull up, and the vehicle he's showing me, it's weird because your son didn't have a good image of this vehicle. So I don't know if at first he was walking away from it because...
Wow, that's really specific. I don't know where you would have got that information from, with the exception of this clip here.
Her son going to get a cell phone from his car, coming back to the house.
When he turned, I feel like this is when this happened. Okay, so what he showed me was being moved or brought somewhere, and I feel like I'm being worked on. So I don't know if that means hospital or...
Wait a minute. I'm getting something, people. Oh, I know exactly where you got that information from, too. This clip right here.
Coming back to the house after being shot, later dying at the hospital.
His energy feels recent, so I do feel as though he has passed not very long ago.
It was on his birthday party, July 17th, 2021. And he came back in and he said, I've been shot.
I feel bad for this lady, but not this leech right here.
Sorry.
And once again, all that information she just blabbered out of her fake psychic mouth is all online.
New tonight, a Mesa family is searching for answers after their son was murdered in front of their home.
Investigators believe that Jaime Fernandez Jr. was shot to death at his own birthday party on July 17th.
Does he know who did it? Does he know their name? Do you see a license plate number?
And of course they're not going to show it. They're like, it's for the safety of the family. Well, what if the person that done it just so happened to watch your YouTube video?
Oh, so she can't share that information, but they got a sketch artist to draw what this psychic supposedly was showed by the victim. And you gotta say, well, how would she do that? How would she know what the person looked like? First off, she don't. All she's got to do is go, okay, what type skinned people live in the area where they live, right? So that gives you a pretty good idea of what the person's going to look like. Maybe you don't know if they got a mustache, tattoo, or something like that, but you're going to have the color of their skin, you're going to have their hair color, and more than likely they got a beard, mustache, or something. Just, the minority of who, or the majority of who lives in that type area. You know what I mean? So her getting a sketch artist and being like, here's what, the ghost showed me what this person looked like. She's gonna just do a bland version of what type of person will live in that area. She may add things here and there, but it's meaningless. unless you solved the case with it, which she didn't do.
Update 4 months later, maybe they solved the case.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear from you again.
After the reading I gave to you, did any of that information help you?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You had given me an amazing reading, and you had a friend of yours do a sketch for me. Immediately, we recognized 2 of the 3 assailants.
Now keep in mind, this case isn't even solved, right? Now she said that she recognized 2 of the sketches out of 3 assailants. So based on what a ghost told this fake psychic to draw, well, to get the sketch artist to draw, you got 2 suspects. So 2 people are suspects because a ghost said they were, and a psychic said they were. Now what you're doing is you're completely messing with the case itself. You're misdirecting things where you should be looking at the evidence itself, cameras, whatever, instead of a psychic telling you, no, look over here to this person a ghost told me. That's who you should be looking for. It's stupid.
I forwarded all of that information to the detective. You had told me that one of the assailants was actually incarcerated. We didn't know that. We thought he was still wandering around in the streets and hanging around in the neighborhood. But actually, he was incarcerated at the time of the reading. When I got the sketch, we immediately did a search, in the prisons, and there he was. So the detectives are making arrangements to go and speak to him. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, I got chills. I don't give credit to myself. I give credit to Jamie. He's the one who gave you that information.
At the end of the day, it's always about money and fame and fortune and notoriety. That's what it's always been about, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate to be hard on the mother here, but that was just nonsense. That's all it was. Oh, well, they're going to go question this guy because he looks like you're drawing. That's meaningless. I looked just a few minutes ago, I looked on Google to see if this case is solved. Nope. Sure ain't. It's not solved. So, nothing, as far as I know, at least right now, says this psychic solved anything. Yet in the title of her video, we helped solve this case. And no, you had a spirit go through a fake psychic to make a drawing of a person that doesn't even exist. And now, because it looks like somebody, you're questioning those people. Now, think about that in your brain a second. Think about it. Hey, what if you was sitting on your couch one day, watching television, cops come busting through your door and go, "Oh, excuse me, sir, you are a suspect in a murder case." Be like, "What do you mean?" "Well, a psychic did a sketch that looks eerily similar to you. So, we got to take you in, bud." "A psychic, you say?" "Yes, yeah, a psychic." A spirit told the psychic, by the way. The one that we think that you are the one that unalived. Going to jail, son. Think about that. I can't stand people like this. I have no respect for people like this. I never liked Nick anyway. And his girlfriend, wife, whatever she is, Tessa, no. She's way worse. Nick is an angel in comparison. Can't stand people like this. I have no respect for them. They exploit victims. Ever since the dawn of man, there's been people out there that say they have this extraordinary gift that none of us have. And they've always used that for monetary gain, clout, money, you name it. And it's sick. It's sickening. And you can tell by my attitude, I don't like them. I do not like these type of people at all. James Randi, I will continue your work. Oh, I just want to thank you guys for all the support. The last few videos on both channels, the Octagon and this one, I still haven't a name, but we're getting close. Secret word is crackers. But I appreciate you guys for all the support. I mean, all the videos have done amazingly well for my channel, for our channel, both channels. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video. Bangers. Y'all come back now. You hear? Peace.